talking to the Rollers, wearing diamond rings, wearing kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine light, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it.
You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Welcome to the East Side Dave and West Sewing Show.
Yes, sir. Stanley, Mac, excellent introduction. And you have fired up the wrestling community, and you have fired up Enzo the dog, who is desperate to play ball right now. Since we're all fired up, I'll take it out of your mouth. I'll give you one ball. But Enzo, here you go. Go get that. We have a big wrestling show today, Stanley Mac. Not only are we going to be looking at AEW Forbidden Door, not only are we going to be looking at WWE Money in the Bank, not only are we going to be talking about a little bit about Davey Mac and IWF, but my God, it's a July 4th spectacular!
July 4th, Money in the Bank, Forbidden Door, we're covering all of it.
Money in the Bank is today in England, and that's getting underway at 3 p.m. That should be exciting. But AEW Forbidden Door was last week, and thoughts and opinions. Now, I know you didn't watch all of it because Forbidden Door is $50 pay-per-view where 50% of the contestants, of the fighters. Is that the reason why you didn't watch a lot of Forbidden Door?
That is the reason.
Okay. I, myself, saw Forbidden Door, saw the highlights, saw the things, and even saw a few matches. I'm not going to say how. I'm not going to say how. But let me give you a few of my takeaways right off the bat. MJF and Tanahashi was a pretty good match. During the match, it was funny because it kicked off at 8 o'clock, and during the match at like 8:11, the announcers told us that MJF had put out a scheduled tweet, which was, by now I will have beaten Tanahashi. So he actually tweeted while he was in the match because he scheduled it to go out and predicting he was going to have been the winner by then. But actually the match was still going on. It would go on for 4 or 5 more minutes. It wasn't as easy as he thought. But I actually thought that was entertaining. Now, big story. CM Punk, the reaction of the AEW Forbidden Door audience. And that's what I'm calling them. I'm calling that arena the Forbidden Door audience as opposed to the regular AEW audience. But the Forbidden Door audience, the uber wrestling nerd, geek, young buck, cowboy, jungle head freaks out there who think that everyone needs to love all of their guys and everyone's wrong, even though they're 1% of the wrestling fandom are these really niche specific people. They booed Punk. Now, this was in Canada. I forget where. Toronto, maybe? I don't know. Near Toronto, Ontario. I got no idea. But Punk, he comes out. He gets, there was a lot of boos in the building. And you know what? I didn't care at all. In fact, I loved it. Because as someone who has been in the building for John Cena and Roman Reigns matches, when they used to get that polarizing reaction, right? 2017, Roman Reigns, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
John Cena in different eras of his career where people were getting a little bit annoyed or sick of him.
Nowadays, people just see him as a legend.
Not nowadays, he's he's definitely in that legendary status, so he doesn't get the boos anymore. But when you're in the building for those polarizing reactions where it's mixed yays and boos, it's actually electric. And so if these folks are thinking that they're burying Punk, they're making him by far the most interesting wrestler in the world right now. Seriously. The most interesting, because think about it. Now you need to see Punk every time he's out because you need to see what kind of reaction he's going to get. Is he going to get cheered? Is he going to get booed? Either way, it's captivating. So they've actually done Punk a favor, in my opinion, because it's simply fascinating the reaction he's getting, and it's electric, and it looks good on TV.
If they were smart, what they would have done is, if they really wanted to bury Punk for whatever reason, they would not do any noise. That would be burying him.
Right. I agree. Ignoring him. Yeah. Doing absolutely nothing would be burying Punk. But these fools who I don't know why they're still sticking with the Bucks. At some point, I question how decent and how moral these people are. Because when I hear Jade Cargill and Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, etc., compliment Punk. Oh, let's throw in Andrade. When I hear about these folks complimenting Punk, I start thinking, maybe the Bucks and Jericho have a problem with some people, with certain people. Because Jericho's in the Bucks camp. So we heard an item where apparently there was an Dave Meltzer reported, quote, the locker room is toxic. An AEW megastar had to walk out of the building when Punk was there. Well, guess what? It turns out it was Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho was the, quote, AEW star who had to walk out because the locker room was so toxic. You know what that means? Translation. Here's what that means. It wasn't toxic at all. People were friendly to Punk. The young wrestlers were friendly, I bet, and happy to see him. And everyone was getting along. Punk, because I heard from Ricky Stark said it was a great locker room. Andrade straight up tweeted out it was the best locker room we've had.
But Jungle Boy left.
No, it was Jericho. I just told you that. Now, Andrade is tweeting out that it was the happiest locker room in the planet. So, what's the point of all of this? What's the point of lying about Punk to hurt your company still? I don't understand it, but it really rubs me the wrong way, and it just emboldens CM Punk fans like myself, like Stanley Mac. You foolish, go wash your hands or something real quick. You got a sneezing fit. And then get over here quick and get back in the show, for crying out loud. Holy Moses, this kid over here. Hey, listen, we're doing this live. Well, no, not live. How could it be live if it's a podcast? But nevertheless, we're doing this today, July 1st, 2023. The heat, it's heating up here. And I can see Stanley Mac. The allergies have gotten a hold of him. But just like CM Punk, we persevere. We kick out. We don't quit. And we don't not show up. Because, again, according to reports, Bucks not showing up at any building that Punk is until it was the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, which we're discussing right now. And even then, they had to be put on separate sides of the building. Now, who is the soft, weak, all about themselves, egocentric people in this scenario? Folks, it's the Young Bucks. But don't try to switch the minds of Young Bucks fans. They're morons. And so the reason why the boos sounded so loudly, who's showing up at Forbidden Door? The uber AEW fans that think that all of these leagues and every single league, they prefer, AEW fans prefer every single league besides AEW. If it's from Japan, if it's from Mexico, if it's from England, if it's anywhere in the world, oh my God, you got to see this guy. This guy's amazing. He's the best ever. He's the best wrestler. We love him. We love him. Whatever happened to supporting the league that, your guys are in? AEW. All this stuff of this person. So that's why the Punk boos sounded so loudly at Forbidden Door, because that's a 95% Young Bucks fan base. Think about it like that, okay?
And there were some people, I'm sure, that were cheering.
Oh, there were people cheering. It wasn't 100%. I'm just saying it was. But here's the thing. The thing that they don't realize, it's backfired. Because now in my opinion, Punk is the most captivating person out there in wrestling because he's going to get crazy electric reactions. Sometimes they're going to be good. Sometimes they're going to be bad. Who cares? He's making great TV. That's something that the Young Bucks have not done in about 3 years. They started off hot, and I enjoyed their stuff quite a bit in 2019. Post-lockdown, they've turned into little selfish brats. Sorry. Next match was Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre versus Katsuyori Shibata versus Daniel Garcia. Of course, Orange Cassidy retained. He's going to be a champion 20 years from now. Orange Cassidy will be the champion. Mark my words. Next match was Jungle Boy versus Sonata. Jungle Boy was beaten, but then he turned heel. He turned on Hook. And then this past week on Dynamite on Wednesday, he backed it up with a heel-esque promo. And dare I say, if you listen to the Eastside Davidson Wrestling Show, last episode and the episode before, or the episode before
Last
that.
episode.
Last episode, okay. Last episode, so it's 30 days ago, so I called the shot. I said they need to turn Jungle Boy. He's just totally unlikable, and here's how you do it. And they literally did it step by step.
You can pause this and go back to the last one.
Seriously. Step by step. It wasn't simply just turn him heel. I gave him how to turn him heel, what to do, and what to say on the promo, and he did all of the things that I did. It's about a 10-step program, and 1 through 10, boom, boom. I can't be mad. I'm going to now give Jungle Boy a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Now I'm gonna at least pay attention, and it's a fresh start with me and Jungle Boy. It's a fresh start. I thought he was, he is a part of that California clique with him, Hangman Page, the Bucks,
All the bad.
all of the really annoying people in AEW.
I like Omega.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. Well, he's from California. Maybe, he's from Canada. But no, yeah, he's obviously a part of that clique as well. But I think Kenny Omega is just easily manipulated by Matt and Nick Jackson. In fact, I wouldn't put it past it if Nick Jackson's manipulated by Matt Jackson. I feel like Matt Jackson, the short one. Your phone, your alarm's going off. Go grab it. Oh my God, this is like the third time this kid's had to get up. Bring your phone over here so if it rings again, we can turn it off. But I think that I wouldn't put it past Matt Jackson to be sort of manipulating everybody, including his own brother. I feel like Matt Jackson is truly a bad person. I'm going to go that far and say it. Yeah, because he's Mr. Christian, but I don't feel like he acts like a Christian would. I don't know. Did Jesus Christ was part of his thing to backstab his own apostles and then to leak information? Like, did Jesus ever decide to leak information about Peter, the apostle, and somehow he got people, he spread the word that, oh, Peter's got an attitude, Peter's a real egomaniac, and Peter's a cancer in the apostle locker room with Jesus? Did that ever happen? No, I don't think that ever happened. You're looking at me like I have 3 heads. All of this makes sense.
Because the alarm's going to go off in 8 minutes.
Who cares? Just don't worry about your phone. Chill out. Focus on the show, all right? Let's go, baby. I love you. I'm
trying to tell you to turn it off.
You turn it off. Turn off the phone.
How?
You don't know how to turn off your phone?
Anyway.
Uh-oh, doorbell. Go get the door. This is like the 3rd time. This is funny. Oh, that could be Jules. This is like the 3rd time. Turn it. Turn the door, Stanley. Okay, here, Stan, you talk. Talk on the show.
Okay. That's at the doorbell. Yeah, I believe Nick Jackson's no good. Nick Jackson's no good. That's just what it is. That's
Nick
bad.
Jackson? All right, that's how you stalled for me?
Yeah,
you took off
talking about Nick Jackson.
Nick Jackson? No, well, okay. If that's your philosophy, I think Matt Jackson. He's the older brother. Nick, get close to the mic.
Nick.
All right. That's the last time we get up. We're going to finish the show without getting up now. Okay, here we go. So, That's what happened with AEW. We'll run through it real quick. The Elite beat the BCC in a 10-team tag match with an ending that didn't make any sense, because even though Eddie Kingston is going against Jon Moxley's team, Eddie Kingston saved Jon Moxley from getting super kicked by the Young Bucks. I still am very confused about what's going on. He apparently hates Claudio. Here's the issue that I'm having. Eddie Kingston they keep putting Eddie Kingston in this position where he's like, I hate Claudio. He's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. We haven't actually seen Claudio talk in months. Actually, he just stands there kind of smiling. So in other words, if this is supposed to be the worst guy ever, and Eddie's he's the baby face, and Claudio's the worst man, he's a dirtbag, he's not coming across like it.
He's coming across.
Does Claudio know how to work heel? Has anyone thought to give Claudio a promo of why he doesn't like Eddie Kingston? Because none of this makes sense. I don't know why Eddie hates Claudio this much, because he just seems like a pleasant Swedish man.
Maybe Eddie's the bad guy.
Well, but he's supposed to be the babyface in this scenario. That's my point. This is why it's bad. Have some promos, for crying out loud, with Claudio, or tell us the story. I don't understand it. Next one is Toni Storm defeated Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Championship. Then the best match was definitely Will Ospreay beating Kenny Omega. That was a spectacular match, and that I will give Forbidden Door credit for. That was excellent. And this Will Ospreay impressed me. Whether he goes to AEW or WWE, he is excellent. And then that wasn't even finally. Then we had a 6-man match where Sting, Darby Allin, and Naito defeated Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Suzuki. Okay, and then we finally had Bryan Danielson defeating Okada, the great New Japan wrestler. Even though Bryan Danielson did break his arm, reports are saying 10 minutes into the match. It was a good match, really good match. It wasn't as good as Kenny Omega and Ospreay, but how could it when one of the guys had a broken arm? So at the same time, it was good. Biggest takeaways? The Bucks and those guys still stink. They don't. Nothing they do makes sense. I love Eddie Kingston. Let's have him make sense.
We haven't even.
Fans are still into Eddie Kingston. Punk was great. I love the Punk stuff. The reaction was wonderful to watch.
Dad, that we still haven't even went over the AEW collision really too much, and how Punk's promos.
Well, all right, that's a great point. Let's give a little thing about the AEW collision.
I think the show's been
liking
great.
The show?
The presentation's been phenomenal. I think it's been really good.
Yeah, we've got a big day of watching things today. Immediately after this podcast, we are going to Indiana Jones 5. Then we race home and see Money in the Bank in England. And then we put on Collision at 8 o'clock. This is going to be nuts. This is a lot of the good. This is a lot of stuff that we like.
I know, we're watching Money in the Bank.
I know. Indiana Jones. A lot of wrestling. I'm into it. So let's go into the Money in the Bank then. All right, buddy? First match, Gunther versus Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther is your Intercontinental Champion. And I'll tell you something that I like. Both Gunther and Kaiser are calling it the Heavyweight Intercontinental Championship. That is like what they used to call it in like 1982. And stuff. They used to call it the Heavyweight Intercontinental Championship. But the reason why I like that is because it's just so old school and that it fits Gunther perfectly. Who do you like in this match?
If Matt Riddle lands, I'm pulling my ears off.
You're pulling your ears off?
Yep.
Like a Reservoir Dogs scenario?
Yep.
Holy cow.
Gunther's going to win, though.
Are you going to sing that song?
No.
You're not going to sing that song? Huh?
No, I am not.
But you're going to pull your ears off?
I'll just pull my ears off.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? Tell me why. Give us a little analysis, Mac. I'm doing all the talking. Let's go.
Because Matt Riddle is awful. That's a very plain way to say it.
Why? Back up everything you say with a why. Why is he awful? I want to hear.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's so annoying.
Matt Riddle?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, this is...
No, I mean, why? Why is he annoying? Tell me. Come on, let's go. Come on, why here? Do you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to stall for time. So just tell can you help the old man out for a sec? Holy Moses. Come on, why is he annoying?
Because he's not like, he shouldn't be.
Hold on. Forget about what you were saying. Your stalling techniques stink. Don't worry about it, buddy. You don't have to worry about stalling. Now that I got this razor blade, and I'm gonna cut your ears off.
Ow, ow.
I'm cutting them off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm working on the right one.
Ow.
That's the right one. The right one's off. Now I'm gonna go for the left one. Here you go. It's almost off.
Oh, God.
And the left one is off. Now I'm talking into it. Hello, Stan. Folks, he's got no ears. It's really funny. And you know what's also funny? There's little, like, fountains of blood squirting from his head now. I guess that's where his ears used to be. Let me just hold on real quick. I got some gum. I've been chewing some gum. Let me just split in half, and now I just plugged the blood holes. There. Now I've clogged the leak. No more bloody fountain. But he's still lacking ears. All right. Hey, real quick aside, do you know where the diamonds are? Tell me where the diamonds are. All right. Now, Stan, the next match, well, I agree. Gunther's great. Riddle's annoying. Let's stop seeing him. Hopefully, for this match, Gunther breaks both of Riddle's legs.
And takes off his head and just throws it into the cloud.
And gives him, there's your phone. Don't worry, I got it. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Ronda and Shayna are your champs. Stanley.
I got Ronda and Shayna because they did just win the titles. I don't see them giving it to Liv and Raquel back. I know that they were the champs, so it's possible.
I'll tell you what. I hate to say it, I disagree. Liv and Raquel win because Liv just returned. Got a happy pop from the crowd. Everyone's like, yay, Liv is back. So I think they capitalize off that and with the English crowd, and they give this team, Liv Morgan and Raquel, the championships.
You want to hear a hot take? I don't care. I don't have any interest in the women's tag titles anymore. I feel like that title has been really horribly done for a while now.
That is a hot take. Wow. Okay, next match. Let's go with the Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship.
The one thing I wanted this title to not feel like was a mid-card bout, and this match feels like a mid-card match.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that surprises me. Did you not watch Monday Night Raw?
I did.
I thought the Finn Balor package was excellent. The video that he did, I thought was one of the best things he's done in a while. And with that story in mind of Seth injuring his shoulder for the Universal Championship, and the reason why that works for me is because in reality, that really did hurt Finn Balor's career. It did. Because after that happened, I think that he was less in Vince McMahon's eyes. I think that he was just a smiling, happy, good worker in the ring type guy, rather than being a main championship level guy that he was like on NXT. So the fact that they're talking about that and King about that, now I'm interested. I thought that video and basically his promo was really good. I'm looking forward to this match now. I gotta tell you. But who do you like? Who's gonna win?
I got Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah. Having said all that, I think Seth Rollins.
If he broke his arm again.
Oh my God, his other shoulder.
Yeah, his other.
Seth Rollins, I agree. He's gonna win this one. Next match: Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley in Dominic's corner. Who do you like?
I like Cody Rhodes. I'm hearing rumors that Dominic's actually gonna upset Cody tonight.
Wow.
I'm hearing that.
You're hearing rumors. Where are you hearing these rumors? Where are you hearing these fictitious rumors that you yourself made up?
Did not make it up myself.
I'm going to call you Stan Meltzer from now on.
I literally didn't make it up.
You're hearing things. I know, but that's such a Meltzer approach. Rather than give a specific source, you go, I'm hearing, but I love it. I love that you're hearing that Dominic Mysterio is going to defeat Cody Rhodes. I will bet you $1,000 that Cody's winning this match.
I
Because
got
they
Cody.
have Cody and Brock at
I got
SummerSlam.
Cody.
You want Cody going in with a win.
Listen, I'm predicting Cody.
You just said, though, you're
I'm
hearing
hearing
that
that Dominic might
So make
win.
your prediction if you're hearing.
Cody, whoa.
So you don't believe in your own sources, huh?
Nope.
Because you know why?
Sources are bad.
Because they're imaginary. I used to have imaginary friends when I was your age, too. I called them Juan and Maria. I don't know why, they had, It was
Nobody
interesting.
wants to hear about my...
That's actually a true story. You can ask Bibi. You can ask your grandmother. I had imaginary friends named Juan and Maria.
Juan and Maria?
That was their names. Now, next is the, let's do the women's Money in the Bank. Zelina Vega versus Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark versus Bayley versus Io Sky versus Trish Stratus.
To me, this is actually a pretty easy match to predict.
Whoa.
I believe by far it's easy. Io Sky wins the Money in the Bank. To me, that just feels like that has to happen here.
I don't know. It's not my prediction. I give you credit for Io Sky. That's your prediction, but my prediction is Zelina Vega. I think they're looking to push her finally as a big-time babyface after the Puerto Rican pay-per-view. Next match, the Bloodline Civil War. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa will be fighting Jimmy and Jey Uso, the Usos, in the Bloodline Civil War tag team match. Stanley match.
This is such a difficult match to predict. It really is. But I got the Usos pinning Solo. They're not going to pin Roman, but pinning Solo Sikoa. And no turn.
It is a difficult match to predict. I think you're right. I think the Usos are going to win. You want another crazy prediction? Usos are going to win. Cody will beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. And after that, Brock and Paul and a struggling Roman and Solo will realize they should team up. And Brock Lesnar will join the Bloodline as the muscle enforcer, the super duper muscle enforcer.
Can't get big on Brock.
I'm telling you, that's my prediction.
So Solo's going to...
I think in order, though, for that to happen, you have to start like a kind of a losing streak. And so Roman and Solo lose now. Brock loses to Cody at SummerSlam. And they start to think in the fall, by the fall time, they start to go, you know what, let's just team up. Let's bring Brock in here. Paul Heyman is the connection. Paul Heyman is the guy who is obviously a connector with Roman and Brock. So you got Paul Heyman sitting right there, and he does something like, hey, desperate times call for desperate measures. Roman, let's bring in the big boy. And Brock is a heel now, so it would be heels just, hanging out with heels. That's my big prediction. Next match, and this is it. Money in the Bank, a ladder match for a men's championship match contract. We're talking Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight versus Santos Escobar versus Butch versus Damian Priest versus Logan Paul.
Well, here comes my prediction. So I believe what's going to happen is LA Knight's going to be climbing the ladder. LA Knight, everybody's on the outside. LA Knight's about to win, right? But then the lights go out.
Uh-oh.
And the Fiend is in the ring.
What?
This is
The Fiend.
This is So LA Knight's like, I'm getting out of here,
Oh my gosh.
But that's not it. LA Knight's like, I'm getting out of here, right?
Yeah?
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
So he's getting out of there.
Yeah?
But then Uncle Howdy is behind them. Sister Abigail and Logan Paul. The lights go out and they're all gone. And Logan Paul climbs the ladder. And Logan Paul is Mr. Money in the Bank.
Whoa! That is a prediction.
Boldest prediction.
Holy cow. I mean, that's even more than a prediction. You just basically wrote the whole ending to the pay-per-view. Or to the Money in the Bank ladder match. Because we are hearing that the main event, by the way, real quick, is Cody Rhodes versus Dominic, which I was actually a little bit surprised about.
I don't see it. I can't.
I mean, it's fine. And I'm okay with it because I bet you they have something cool planned and probably a great match. But that would be amazing. The Fiend coming out, costing LA Knight
the money, and then Uncle Hattie from behind, Sister Abigail.
All right, so I got a different prediction, but there's lots of nonsense as well. LA Knight is, it's a great match. A lot of stuff happens. LA Knight is climbing up at the end. He's about to win Money in the Bank. When from the opposite side of the ring, Logan Paul springboards, kicks out the ladder. LA Knight was an inch away, and he doesn't get it. LA Knight and Logan Paul go to the floor, at which point Ricochet does something amazing, and he wins. And here's why. I think they're pushing Ricochet now. We've seen him win a bunch of matches lately, and furthermore, I think this LA Knight versus Logan Paul could be a full-on angle, a full-on program that you ride all the way through SummerSlam. Think about it. We've had Logan Paul, Roman Reigns. We've had Logan Paul, Seth Rollins. Wouldn't it make sense for Logan Paul to give his Logan Paul heat to LA Knight, who's on fire, and those two have a match at SummerSlam?
That would be
That's
good.
why I think that you're going to see those two get into it and not win Money in the Bank, and instead Ricochet escapes with the Money in the Bank case. What do you think about that?
I believe if there was a third person that's not Logan Paul or LA Knight, I think that would be Damian Priest, but that would be just me.
So you really don't like my Ricochet call?
Yeah, I think he's the fourth best person.
Wow. What about Butch? It's his home state, right? I mean, yeah, it's his home. Butch is from England.
But you're fifth. By the way, I will say I do not like that there was 7 men in the Money in the Bank.
Why not?
I feel like it should be an even number.
Interesting. Why?
Because it just because then it fits. You have 40 and 40. It just.
Interesting. Never thought about it like that before in my entire life. Let me think. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Give yourself 5 points. 5 late points on the Eastside Davidson Wrestling Show. And give me 52.
Wait, what?
Thereby giving me the win yet again.
I got plus 60.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Your yes, it sound like you're choking.
I sound like I'm choking.
Yeah.
Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want you to have a wonderful July 4th weekend. Oh, IWF. Look for news regarding our IWF event. That's the wrestling league in North Jersey that I am a part of as New Jersey's greatest manager, Eastside Dave, where I give my clients championship match upon championship match. I mean, if you've ever had a manager get his clients more championship matches, let me know. My guys are going for the belt every single time. I'm not going to discuss whether they win or lose. I mean, that's up to them. That ain't up to me, okay? I get my people championship matches. Whether they win or lose, that's up to them, okay? Don't blame me. Watch for that. CampIWF.com is the website you want to be paying attention to for IWF tickets for the fall. CampIWF.com. And that'll do it. Stanley Mac. It's a July 4th weekend, Daddy. God bless you. God bless America. And we want everyone to enjoy your WWE Money in the Bank today. And if you're liking your AEW, enjoy that. Hey, why not? Enjoy your IWF. Enjoy wrestling. That's it. I'm out of here. Stanley, final thoughts and words.
Bray Wyatt's gonna return.
Say again. Hit the mic to stop.
Bray Wyatt's gonna return.
Oh, whoa. Bray Wyatt's gonna return, he says. Oh, my God. All right, folks. Well, that'll do it. Enjoy. We love you. Thanks for subscribing and listening to the Eastside Davidson Wrestling Show for Stanley Mac. My name is David Mack. Good night, everybody.